evening, ghouls and goblins, and welcome to King's Dominion, where we haven't been in some time. The reason we are here tonight is because our friends Chad and Vanessa here from 2 Tickets to Adventure insisted that this was one of the best theme park Halloween events. Haunt here at King's Dominion. We've got how many? 4 mazes that are inside, 2 that are outside, I think, and then 5 scare zones?
Sounds right. Yeah.
We got the normal mix, a healthy mix of mazes and scare zones. We're super excited. It's a lot of stuff. We did a kind of a daytime walkabout to kind of get our bearings, and everything looked like it was gonna be super well themed. Of course, because this is a Cedar Fair park, we won't be able to take you inside the houses or on the rides, but we can show you, I think, a good amount of the scare zones, the shows, and everything else that's happening here tonight. So we are super excited to check all of that out, and we hope you are too. I'm Tim.
I'm Katie.
And we do things like this. Before it gets totally nutso crazy up in here, we thought we'd take a second to show you guys all the merch at Plaza Gifts right at the front of the park. We got us some magnets and some mugs here. We got some kind of generic stuff towards the bottom, the little mummy dolls. This here is 90% display, but there is some stuff here as well, like the beanie. And more mugs. This mug is a little bit larger than the other ones, and it has these bats inside, which is very cute. I don't think we have room for any more mugs, to be honest with you, but Katie's gonna want this. Similar to those larger mugs, we also have, looks like shot glasses in the same style, or toothpick holders, if you prefer to speak Disney. Of note, of course, is the Haunt pin. It's just a skeleton with the Haunt logo up top. This is the only one I've seen so far, so this might be the one I take home. There's actually only a handful of those pins left, and right underneath of them, we do have a die-cut sticker in a similar style, so if you prefer stickers to pins, same thing, different print. We do have adorable little costume squishmallows up at the front here. I don't know what the puppy is pretending to be. An angry bird? Oh no, wings. It's a goblin or a demon or something. He doesn't look too threatening. None of them do. A lot of theme park haunts this season and the season prior have been introducing these no boo necklaces. This is if you want to attend the event, but you don't want to be constantly jumped out at or screamed at or otherwise frightened, you can pay $16 to have a little necklace that tells them, hey, not me, guy. I want to be left alone. We don't do this, but if you have little ones that want to attend the event and don't want to be frightened, the option is there. I will give it up to King's Dominion for their facades in the store here. There's not a whole lot of Halloween merchandise left, as we are pretty late in the season, but there is all of this as displays and settings. I'm pretty sure that all of these witches here are purchasable, but I don't know how much they are. They've got, on the tags, it just says like what it does. Face lights up. I don't know about this one. This doesn't even look like a witch. This witch can be bribed with chocolate. I guess it is a witch. Don't know how much for her either. Oh, there we go. $90.99. Well, if you want to take home witch that badly, there's your price point. Looks like you can also get this Magpie's Apothecary bottle. Either one, really. I'm looking for a price point on these and I'm not seeing them. Oh. DNI. Do not inquire? I don't know. And new this year is this gigantic throne. How are you feeling?
Powerful.
Powerful?
Yeah.
Does it have anything to do with the ginormous throne with wings popping out of it?
Yes, it has everything to do with that.
I'm coming!
Hi, pumpkin eater. Looks like you enjoy pumpkins like I do.
Similar to Halloween Horror Nights, Haunt here at King's Dominion is a hard ticket event. You can purchase combo tickets, which is what we did so that we could visit during the day. But if that's the case, you're gonna be in a stay and scream style holding area, which is where we are now. So just a hair after 4:30, park closes at 5, day guests exit, and then we cut loose and start having some haunt fun. A lot of very excited haunters here waiting to cut loose. Look at the eyes on the Eiffel Tower. They're so cool and evil.
Have fun.
Thank you. And we are officially scanned in and heading for the main show area. The only thing is we have to go around Dominator, back through Snoopy Land and Button Hook, because there's a certain area that is reserved for us as stay and scream, quote unquote, guests. What a nightmare this is. Good God.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, there's another one. Oh no. Oh no, it's even worse. And we're stopped again.
Yay.
Wall of people. So while we're here waiting, I'll go ahead and point out we did purchase Fast Lane for the day, and if you purchase a combo ticket, which is the day and the night, your Fast Lane becomes Fright Lane after 6 p.m. That means we should have premium priority access into all of the houses and mazes here. Scare zones are gonna be what they're gonna be. Food is gonna be a wait no matter what, but at least we should be able to whiz through some of those lines. Looks like we have some guests joining us. This is the warm-up. From this point on, no one is safe. The floodgates are open. It's chaos. Okay, so we are now making our way through a sea of people in Planet Snoopy, headed towards the Eiffel Tower. Now, at this point, 6 o'clock on the dot, officially the event has started, but for those of you who stayed for this stay and scream style holding, you're only able to access 3 mazes. That is Condemned towards the front of the park, and Trick or Treat and Blood on the Bayou towards the back of the park. We're not going to any of those mazes right now. What we're doing is staking out our spot for the opening Scaremonies. People you meet on vacation. Update, we're about 10 minutes away from the show and every square inch of space has been filled in. Dag Nobi. I didn't know we were here for a Disney fireworks show, but I guess we are. Icons.
We shall become their nightmares, the embodiment of their deepest fears. Halloween Haunt has begun!
Okay. It is a Disney fireworks show.
All right, so that was Blood Rain, and I have to say, as an introduction to Haunt, fantastic spectacle. Really, really good. Thing of it is, it's only about 15 seconds long, so maybe not totally worth what we did, but I highly recommend if you have a good vantage point, stop for a second and take that all in before you go perusing the houses and the mazes, which is what we're about to do now. Look at the Eiffel Tower! Talk about a glow up. I like that light package. All right, so we are headed to Condemned as our first house, and for the standard guests, that line starts all the way back here, so I'm super glad that we have the Fright Lane, which will allow us to jump some of this. Significant portion of this, actually. It is a Saturday night, after all. And this is the facade for Condemned. We're heading inside the inn at Darkside Manor, which has been, as you might infer, condemned. Now again, park policy is that we're not going to be able to take you in this house with us or any of the mazes here, but we can take you through the scare zone. So what we're going to do is we're going to go hit each maze, we're going to tell you what we thought of it, we're going to give it a rating, and then we're going to show you what we can of the scare zones, the snacks, and the shows. So stand by, we'll be right back. Alright, so we just finished Condemned, and I have to say, the bar is now pretty high for this experience. I thought the production value was much higher than I was expecting, and I think the sets were fantastic.
Fantastic.
The scare actors were on it, and they were fantastic. There were a couple lulls, I think, and I think that actually added to the atmosphere.
It was actually like you could take it in a little better.
And also, like, you're just kind of like waiting for something to happen, and sometimes nothing does, and that's almost creepier. I mean, to be honest, having just watched The Woman in Black with Daniel Radcliffe like a day ago, it reminded me a lot of that. So, well done, King's Dominion. That was an excellent first house. And we still got 5 to go. Woo! Now heading into the Pumpkin Eaters Scare Zone.
Oh, the pumpkins are lit. It's awesome.
Excuse me, did anyone order a slider? There he is.
Okay. Hello.
Aha! Oh, wow, he literally just stepped right over me. Mind your surroundings in the scare zones.
Hello, little pumpkins.
Oh, it's an adorable child. Oh, hi. Oh my God, there's a horse. I don't know if the horse has a name, but this is not a safe place for a horse.
I had to follow somebody, man. I get lost too.
That's okay. You can hang out in the light of the pumpkin glow with me.
Oh, hi! Just everything. It's awesome. I can't help but feel I'm gonna spend the entire night in this one scare zone. Oh, what's over here? Produce. You can have just about anything your heart desires, as long as you don't mind spiders and mold on it. Our next maze is going to be one of the 2 outdoor mazes. This is going to be GrimmWoods, based on Grimm's fairy tales. So we'll see you in just a minute. So if you're halfway through your haunt experience and you're like, nah, I don't want to be spooked anymore, good news, Nobu necklaces are everywhere. You can find them at every major merchandise stand throughout the park. So we've just finished GrimmWoods, the first outdoor maze we're gonna be experiencing here tonight, and I have to say, it was massive, so I don't even think I can hold it against them that they didn't have quite as many scare actors in there, because it's a lot of ground to cover. It wasn't as strong as Condemned in terms of the 2 mazes we've experienced so far, at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
But it was really good in terms of like the set, the atmosphere, the props. There was a massive animatronic in there. I will not spoil it for anyone who's not experienced it, but that end scene with the last animatronic was phenomenal.
Yep.
All right, we're headed into the next scare zone, which is kind of a scare cave of sorts. Masquerade.
Beautiful. That's Steven Spielberg here.
Yes, in the making. You have beautiful eyes.
You don't.
It is a bit congested.
It's very nice. I quite like this. Oh dear. Yes!
Look at everything.
Yes, it's wonderful.
Take it in.
These candelabras are so cool.
Someone's in a rush.
Oh, keep your hands to yourself. God, these cousins have no manners these days.
I know.
That looks very much like a weeping angel from Doctor Who. Like all it's missing is the wings, and it could be a weeping angel.
Oh dear.
Ready for a ball?
Oh, so ready.
Oh, yeah.
Am I invited?
In that outfit, no.
Oh, I'll go home, I'll change, I'll come back.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm sure that was probably nothing because it was so dang dark in there.
All right, so full disclosure, we just stood in an almost half an hour line for this flamin' hot Cheetos pretzel. So it's gonna have to be really, really good to be worth that wait, and I'm not sure it's gonna be. It's good, I like it. It's spicy. Not worth 30 minutes of your time.
What about the Cheeto one, Vanessa?
I love it. I love cheese. I already love King's Dominion's pretzels. They're super soft. And this is just a cheesy pretzel.
Well, I think mine's pretty good because I just got a normal one, and they definitely just brought them out and restocked the normal pretzels.
Yeah, we've been in line for so long, we've actually seen a whole cycle of pretzels. So. All right, gang, we just wrapped up Blood on the Bayou, and I gotta say, never has the Fright lane, aka the fast lane, been more significant than this house. You do bypass the photo op. There's a special photo op you get if you wait through the normal line, and that undoubtedly is the reason that the normal line backs up so badly, but we're talking like over an hour's wait here. Easily. It's all the way into the causeway, and we just walked right in. Really well themed, really immersive, and also the effects,
Amazing.
the scenes, the atmosphere. Nice and toasty in there too.
It felt great. It really did feel like you were walking like on rickety bridges on a bayou.
It did.
So.
It did, and there was one scene in particular where they had like, you know, it's the bayou, right? There's snakes. There was one scene where they had the snakes dangling from the ceiling and like moving just subtly, and I was like, aha! Got good a couple of times. The scare actors are on it. There aren't that many of them in that particular house, at least for us tonight, but I think they still did a tremendous job.
Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat.
What do you see, Chad?
There's a nod to the other house. You got the Brothers Grimm book inside of the basket.
Oh, cute.
And I'm not sure what the other book is, if it has any representation on it.
The Brothers Grimm. Yeah, the other book is kind of hard to see.
It's a little nod to
Little nod.
Grimm's Wood.
All right, so Trick or Treat, probably our second favorite maze so far. That was pretty well put together. Very well themed. It definitely had more scare actors, that one, than the past two we've done.
And some really cool effects in there, like the witch's brooms moving.
Yeah, it was
like a twisted chandelier up there.
The theme, if there is one, is definitely witches.
Yeah.
But there's a whole lot of different scenes that are like, I mean, there's one where they're like praying to a goat god, and that was pretty terrifying just thematically, so high marks for Trick or Treat. That's
definitely
fun.
like that vintage Halloween feel. That's really nice.
Yeah, I would say that's one. If you could only do like 1 or 2 houses or mazes here, that's one you should not skip.
Yeah.
All right, y'all, we are headed now into the Cleaver Brothers Carnival Scare Zone.
There's a real psychic. Can talk to the psychic over there.
I kind of expected them to move, and now I'm almost more terrified because they don't.
Hey, that's my dad.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Real funny looking guy, isn't he?
He is! He's a quiet type.
These clowns in these boxes don't seem to move, but they're all very, very, like, creepy looking. They look like they could be real, even though I don't think they are.
Taking a break for just a moment from the spooks and the scares to see something a little more adult. Black Widow Burlesque, coming up next.
When there's something you've never seen before, the most amazing show. It's going to be a bumpy ride to the other side.
Every breath you take, every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you. Every single day, every word you say, every game you play, every night you stay, I'll be watching you. Thank you, always I do what I know when I'm wanting to. My soul, so cynical, so tough guy, you really rough guy, just can't get enough guy, just always so rough guy. I never take, and you never said to some take on the bad guy.
Give it up for the Black Widow Burlesque dancers! Yeah, buddy. Anyways, we're the big time band. I hope you hate us. Let's see how quick we can clear out this crowd. How thick do you think? 3 minutes? All right, let's go. We're the big time band. I hate the big top man.
Look at this. It's raining. How? How every time? Luckily, we are almost done. So we are working our way now into Site X as our second to last scare zone. We've got 2 mazes to clear and 1 more show to see as well. What a party.
It's a jungle out there. I don't like the grudge noise.
Ooh, what a lovely singing voice you must have.
Camera 4 cannot protect you.
No, I cannot.
Oh, is this the site? Is this Site X? I guess the green goo is somewhere down there. We're admiring the hole. It's a lovely hole.
It's where the spirits came out of.
Oh!
Respect, you gotta bow to the hole, you gotta worship it.
Do we maybe not want the
helps
spirits?
me.
Okay,
Well, there's mixed opinions.
fair enough.
Like mixed reviews, you know.
Got it. Mixed reviews.
Some people hate it, I love it, you know, it's like a both worlds.
Not entirely certified fresh.
10 out of 10, darling.
Oh, 10 out of 10, okay.
I gotta give it up for KD. It's amazing what a nice lighting package and a couple of good scare actors will do. Someone's all camped out here. Someone by the look of it, from the Hui Foundation. It was this guy, Mr. Hui himself. All right, so we're just coming out of F.E.A.R, which for me means First Encounter Assault Recon. I don't know what it means here, but it was scary AF.
It was pretty scary.
It was knockout. That was probably the scariest
That was
house.
the only house we went through that we didn't conga line because you did like the elevator.
Yeah, and there was a little, the micro pre-show, what you're referring to. There's a little, like a video that plays at the beginning and then they use it as an excuse to jump scare you. And it just gets worse and worse and worse as it goes. And honestly, I thought it was pretty great. A lot of practical effects that worked really, really well.
I think it was the shortest of the houses,
but it was
good.
And it was still very immersive, so. We've heard from Chad and Vanessa that this one maybe didn't used to be the strongest, but it's definitely improved.
Definitely.
So good to hear it, and I can't wait to see what they do next year. Tell me that the creepiest part of this entire event isn't this display, which is up year-round. The barbershop toadstools. Terrifying. Dude, these things are massive. Huge spider props. And look, there's more coming. Got a whole nest of little spider eggs just waiting to pop out. How cute. We are winding down, but we are not done yet. We're headed now into our final scare zone, Uprising.
You could wake the dead with all these bright lights.
Well, they did not skimp on theming out here. Wow. Wow. Oh, gone. All these leaves and statues, facades.
Ah, strange. I was just trying to read. Shouldn't have stopped to read.
Oh dear. Hello. For what it's worth, this was a great last scare zone pick. This is so well themed, so immersive, and crazy scary. Ebenezer Scrooge!
Oh.
Oh dear. You ever get the sense that someone is following you? Can't imagine why I might feel that way.
Ooh, we found a head. She got ahead in life.
And with that, we bid you good evening. All right, so we just completed the final maze of the evening, Cornstalkers, which I think was great. It was really good. Of the two outdoor mazes, definitely the best. Yeah, it was a literal corn maze. It had some really cool, large-scale props and scene settings, like a windmill. The windmill was a cool thing that they added this year, apparently. And then they had, similar to Anti-Mortems at Hershey Park, a lot of like pig and skin motifs throughout.
Yeah, definitely a little graphic.
There's I mean, everything here is definitely aimed at an older audience, right? So you can't come in here expecting that this is gonna be appropriate for like your 7 or 8 year old, but it is fun.
It was kind of simple, and the fact that you were just going through really tight narrows of corn sometimes, and that was just very effective, and the walls were so high. And
there's a reason that Children of the Corn is such a popular movie.
Yeah, so I think they did a great job.
It's simple, and it works.
It works.
So bad, magic woman, I can leave you alone.
What a phenomenal show to end our night here at Haunt. The park is officially closed now. We pushed all the way to the very last second. We did from 12 noonish. You guys were here at 12 noon. All the way till midnight. So it's been a 12-hour park day, which is a lot.
And we wouldn't have done it without
Fast lane.
Fright lane, yeah, 100%. That was absolutely essential to our experience here tonight. We were able to get everything done on a busy, busy Saturday, but only because we had that Fright lane to whiz through everything. What was everyone's favorite house?
Condemned.
Condemned.
Yeah. First house, best house, right?
I want to say, I think all of those houses, they all have like the potential to be the best. I really think it just depends on like what time you're walking through, if there's like a really good set.
How many actors, yeah.
Because they're all really well done, but we just had a great run through and Condemned at our first go through. Honorable mention, the Trick or Treat house.
Absolutely, that was a really good one
so
too.
Great.
We do want to thank Chad and Vanessa for finally luring us out to King's Dominion for Haunt. They've been saying for years that this is a thing that we should do, and I'm glad we did because it was a truly amazing theme park haunt. I'm really glad we came. Thank you guys for joining us. I know this was a little bit of a different type of vlog for our haunt season given that we weren't able to shoot in the houses, but we hope we've given you something to kind of whet your appetite for King's Dominion's haunt season, and we hope you'll join them here next year for another haunt season. Until then, I'm Tim.
I'm Katie.
I'm Chad.
I'm Vanessa.
And every night
It's a new adventure.
and we'll see you again soon.
Bye.
Bye!